Happy birthday, Kepler. A mathematician. He discovered planetary motions of 5 planets. And he realized that the ratios of the planet movements matched what Pythagoras had studied 450 BC. So Kepler had discovered the what was called music of the spheres, and this was a tremendous development that leads to all of our music. You go home tonight and listen to your TV or your radio or play a musical instrument in the West, you're going to be thankful to Kepler. Divine monochord. You see, there's one string, there's the hand, divine hand coming out on the tuning peg, tuning, and there are the intervals that Dr. Bob talked about, and there are the planetary motions on the side. There are hundreds of artistic renderings of the monochord. And so after the monochord, this went on for many years. About some 90 years later, a Russian mathematician took this one step beyond to what was called the circle of fifths. And the circle of fifths, again, everywhere if you go to Wikipedia, you will find the circle of fifths art. There are many, many renditions of the circle of fifth art. And Western music, if you start at C major, jazz, country, kids songs, TV ads, anything you can think of, generally go to the left. C, F, B flat, E flat. They go around that way, but not very far. A popular song will go C, F, B flat, maybe throw in a minor or something, and then it'll go back to C. So it's called cycling to the left. And jazz particularly cycles to the left, and John Coltrane, the major cycler, to the left. That's where our bebop, post-bebop harmonics sonority comes from. So after studying this for a while and working with Yancy Kuroshi, who was music laureate of Georgia, who amazing composer, he taught me enough that one day I got the idea of cycling to the right. Not a big idea, but I couldn't find anybody who's done that. Sometimes jazz musicians and people will cycle to the right, maybe a chord or two. You'll have a C to G change, maybe a C to G to D, and then a minor, but they go back because it gets very intense when you go this way. You go around to the right. So classical music goes around to the right more than just 2 or 3. Sometimes you'll have like 4 steps to the right in classical music and then go back. So now what I'm going to try to do is give you a demonstration, maybe the first time ever recorded and shown on YouTube, of the complete cycle of fifths. Got it in mind right now. I had a candy bar. How we go to do this? I'm going to start and go around the cycle of fifths, and I found out it was easier for me to do this if I start on D flat. You can start anywhere you want to, but I start on D flat because that's how I fit the keyboard. When I walk up to a keyboard and I put my arms out, it's D flat. Other people fit the keyboard differently. Little kids, big people, whatever. But D flat is my position within the music of the spheres format. So I'm going to do it, and to do this, Takes a lot of concentration. I've got it all in mind. I'm going to get Erik to help me. He's going to have a drum beat that I sort of have to have in order to do this. And it's something for me to latch onto. So if you'll start that, I'm going to start at D flat and go around. And sometimes when I do this, I go into outer space. I can't help myself. I mean, it's almost too much to endure. And I hope it happens because we're filming this. That's what I really want to capture. So that was all the way around?
All the way around.
D flat? D flat.